Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Smith.
As you teacher, Ms. Roundtree has told you, I'm one of her best friends. I'm also a colleague of Ms. Roundtree and a teacher as well. I teach social studies. And my name is Mr. Smith, John Smith. And Ms. Roundtree informed me that you love to read. So she asked me would I mind coming sharing one of my favorite books with her. Okay, now, does anyone know what a hero is? Yes.
It's a superhero.
A superhero? Okay, could be. Yes. Person that helps people? Yes, sir.
Somebody that takes the world or something.
Somebody
Like that
takes the world?
protects
Protects the world. Okay.
somebody.
You were going to say something? No, come on, you got an idea of him.
Somebody like to get bad people in jail.
Okay. Could be. To me,
Like police,
like polices,
firefighter.
firefighters. Okay. Yes.
Security safe.
Okay, one at a time, everybody. Go ahead.
They save people.
That save people? Okay. All those is heroes. But I also think heroes are people who inspire people. Does anybody know what that word inspire means? Yes, sir.
Inspire means
Inspire.
Inspire
Mhm.
means that when you do something that you help, that means like you encourage somebody to do something.
Exactly. Exactly.
Y'all gonna have me crying back here? Okay, go ahead.
To inspire means to encourage, to get you to try to go out and do what they do, to emulate them. That's another word for inspire. Okay. Emulate. And, yes, sir.
I know, emulate somebody.
Okay.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin Luther King Jr. That's an excellent person to emulate, to be like. That's what emulate means, to be like. Okay? Now, does anybody like sports? Ooh, everybody likes sports. Okay? What's your favorite sport?
I'm on basketball.
Football? Mine too. What's your favorite sport? Basketball? I love basketball too. What's your favorite sport? Basketball. What's your favorite sport? Football. What's your favorite sport? Football. What's Round one, the golden child. I've always felt like God made Muhammad special, but I don't know why God chose me to carry his child. And that was Odessa Clay, Cassius Clay's mother. Bathed in a beautiful light from parental love, brown skin shimmers with the glow from above. In 1942, the 7th of January, you entered the world in Louisville, Kentucky. White-only stores and white-only parks shifted you out because you were dark. No Negroes allowed, no colored signs created separate worlds and drew color lines. But your middle-class parents managed to survive. Through hard work and faith, they were able to provide. You, their first child, and your little brother, with food, shelter, clothing, and something much greater, love. That passed away from you one day, love that was passed to you, the new son of Mother Odessa and Father Cassius Clay, who also passed the torch of your name, that birthday, passed down to you from a white farmer who inherited a plantation, and your great-grandfather too. But Clay freed his 40 slaves during America's dark days, then fought to end slavery and fought to change ways and laws and thinking deep in the South, using newspapers, knives, fists, and his mouth. He fought with spirit that lives in you today, reflected in your name, Cassius Marcellus Clay. Reflecting love from your parents whose faith and belief that God would watch over you and provide inner strength. And you can see this is the picture of Cassius Clay as a baby when he was born. Now, now what was Muhammad Ali's real first name? Cassius Clay. He changed his name. You're going to find that during the book, okay? Round two, igniting the flame. Daddy, I go to the grocery store and the grocery man is white. I go to the drugstore, and the drugstore's man's white. The bus driver's white. What do colored people do? Cassius Clay, age 5. Like father, like son, you trying to charm everyone. A tail-spinning performer, holding court on your porch. Only 8 years old, already carrying the torch. A fire-filled speech used to brag, joke, and preach. To anyone who would listen, to anyone within reach, the skill you would use later in life to taunt your opponents and draw crowds to your fight. When do you think this story takes place? Yes.
In the ring.
In the ring,
Not where, when.
In the 1980s or
the 1980s or 20s. That's a big gap now. Pick one of them. When did the book say he was born?
20s?
In 1942.
That probably
So-
happened 1945.
So it happened in the 40s, late 40s when he was there. He was a kid, okay? First we begin with the story of a bike. A brand new shiny Swin, red and white. Written by you, young Cassius Clay, to a fair one fine day. But that fine day turned instantly gray when you noticed your bike was stolen away. A moment that changed your life in one day. With tears in your eyes, you wanted somebody to pay. You found the cop and went on to say, I'm gonna whoop whoever it was that stole my bike. The cop replied, first kid, you have to learn to fight. And fight you did at the age of 12, taught by that cop awaiting your first bill. After 6 short weeks, you won by a decision of 2 out of 3 judges, and to all who would listen. You declare your goal to be the greatest of all time. Mighty words uttered from a thin 89-pound kid who put a goal in motion by tackling your training with discipline and devotion. Mornings began and rise and shine at 4 a.m. for workout time. A quart of milk and 2 raw eggs you guzzled for energy to power your legs. You trained and ran and trained, before school and after again and again, believing that boxing would bring to you the life of your dreams, because you knew. Too many black men with degrees in education who couldn't get work due to racist separation. Your eyes witnessed men who drowned their frustration by drinking and smoking and partying all night. You use your frustration to stroke fire for your fights. So you can see he was young, he was disciplined, he was out. Could you imagine getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go run? Who would like to do that? You would? Okay. Well, that's what he did. He trained to get ready for fighting. So he had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning before school and exercise and work out. Round 3, Clay, the conqueror of Rome. To make America the greatest is my goal, so I beat the Russian and I beat the Pole. And for the USA, won the medal of gold. The Italian said, you're greater than the Cassius of old. We like your name, we like your game, so make Rome your home if you will. And I said, I appreciate your kind of hospitality, but the USA is still my country still, because they're waiting to welcome me in Louisville. So where was Cassius Clay from?
U.S.
In the U.S. What city? Louisville what? Anybody know? Louisville, Kentucky. And that's in the United States, right? That's a city in the United States. Kentucky is a state in the United States.
Okay, let's give Mr. Smith the Murphy clap. Again. Make it good. All right, that's our thing.
Mr. Milton Clay, well,
Yes.
thank you. I appreciate it. You've been a great class. I am
Wait, you didn't record the whole thing?
surprised and glad to see that there are people who still love to read and that you understand what reading is. You know what simile is and metaphor.